space or environment in order to achieve its goal. Figure 5 illustrates the ideas of path planning. You can see at the figure 5, 2 points, point A and point B. The robot has to move from point A to point B. So we have to create the path to follow to let the robot know how to go from point A to point B. That is the reason why we choose that topics and optimal smooth path motion planning methods for car mobile robot. Next is the purpose of the topic. Uh, the first uh, the first purpose is we concentrate on the car mobile robot. The second that we have to design the method for finding the shortest path in coordinate map. You can see in the figure 6, uh, there are 4 paths, path A, B, C, or D. As your eye, you can see path B is the shortest path, but robot is not like you. Robot have to use some algorithm to go from star north to go north. So we have to do some algorithm that we use is genetic algorithm. The first purpose of my topic is when robot moving, there are some obstacle here. So robot has to avoid some obstacle, and we use potential field algorithm for doing that. And the last purpose of topic, we focus on car mobile robot, and the car robots have non-harmonic constraint, so we have to solve that problem. Next is the structure of car mobile robot. In figure 9, you can see the car mobile robot model. The structure of car mobile robots include 4 wheels and velocities. You can see in figure 9. 2 ride well in the rear. You can use this for moving the car. 2 steering wheels in the front for turning left or turning right. And some symbol in the figure 9 are mentioned on the right hand side. Next is the non-harmonic problem of car robot. Image you are in the parking lot, and you are on the left image. You want to move on the free space for parking, and your car is not cannot move silently. So you have to go backward, and you have to turn right for go to free space for parking, and this is the non-harmonic problem. And we use Dubin curve for doing that. Next is the methodologies. The optimal methods is based on three algorithm. First is the genetic algorithm for find the shortest path. Next is the potential field method for avoiding obstacle. And the last is the curve for solving non-harmonic problem. The steps of proposed method are shown in figure 11. There are 4 steps. First, we have a global map, and step 1 we use the genetic algorithm for find the shortest path. The step 2 and step 3 we use potential field for avoiding obstacle when we moving. And the last is use Dubin curve for smooth the path. And we join the methodology. First, GA. The pseudo card of GA I mentioned in figure 12. And in GA have a lot of steps here, and I just mentioned a little. First, we initialize the population. This step will create the number of individuals we will call a feasible path in the population, and we create it randomly. In figure 13, you can see on the left is the invisible path, and right is the feasible path. Next is we have to evaluate individual using finish function. The fitness function we show in the equation 1. Then we will selections up. We will have a selection operator. Selection is used to determine the qualities of the path, and the equation of probabilities of each individual is in equation 2. Next is crossover operators. The crossover operators is the way it's sending information among chromosomes. You can see in figure 14, there is two scale visible crossover and invisible crossover. Next is the mutation operator. The mutation will change one or more chain on the chromosomes into another chain. You can see two scale in figure 15. And until some loop, one loop we will get a sorted path, and over the generation we will get more sorted path, and the last we will get the optimized path when we use a genetic algorithm. Next, we will use the potential fields. The potential field we use for avoiding obstacle. There are two equations here. Equation 3 is the repulsive potential field, and equation 4 is the repulsive force. And on the right, you can see the figure 16 is the repulsive potential field in 2D and 3D environment. We have simulated in MATLAB. And if we have more than one obstacle, the force that repels the knot is combined by two obstacles. And the last, we use Dubin curve applied to smooth the path. You know, the car cannot move silently, so we have some curve to solve that problem. That we have to use the Dubin curve applied. The Dubin curve is use some basic geometries, knowledge of curve and circle to create a smooth path suitable for non-dynamic robot. There are 6 types of Dubin curve here. You can see A, B, C, D, E, F. It's just need your position and your orientation of start, go, and go not. And next is the simulation. I have made a little videos for you to understand my robot method. First, in the simple map, we use genetic algorithm for initialize 50 chromosomes in the first. Next, when we have the chromosome initialized, we will use evolution. It means using selection, crossover, mutation, and over generation, you will see the shortest path. Next, we combine with the potential field for avoiding obstacle. And the last, we use Dubin curve for solve the non-dynamic problem. And you can see the optimal path here. And it is example too in robot method in the complication map. In the complication map, you can see more obstacle, and it will hard to find the path from star node to the goal node here. And we also initialize 50 chromosome too. Next is the evolution. The evolution will make the path shorter, and the last is shortest. The potential fields is used for avoiding obstacles too. And the end, we use Dubin curve for solving the non-dynamic constraint. And this is a simulation from MATLAB. Next is the value and practical application. A robot method has reduced the time travel and increased the autonomous of mobile robots. And we can raise the safety and suitable for car mobile robots. And it's a data space too, and can apply in the real model. And we can use in map, warehouse, and restaurant too. And we have research published in the journals of technical education science. Results and future work. You can see I can do 4 things like this. You can see on the screen. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Anyone has any question?
Hello.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations for the presentation. It's very interesting. It is for me. I need some time to understand the ideas, but eventually, because of the presentation is very good, I can see how the transformation of this using these algorithms and whatnot. It shows some improvement on the path of the mobile is smoother compared to the first one. Yeah. But my question is, have you tried another map? Is it shows the same thing?
Yes, I have tried five maps,
So
and
5 different maps.
yes, it's a global map, so you can build a map by your custom. You can custom the map for your idea. You can also build a maze or something like that, and it's also find the shortest path. But if a map is more complicated, the time for generation for doing genetic algorithm is more.
For
Uh,
the for this algorithm, it's only to make like a curved path.
yes,
Not
yes.
they cannot make a circular like go around
Uh, it's make
can it do that?
circle around. Yes,
Yeah.
something is happen, but it's not happen too much. It also have a curve for car for solve the non-Olympic problem.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, this is too complicated for me.
Oh yes, thank you.
For like non robotic guy like me.
Yes.
I'm I'm not sure like this one is the difference of your project to others is like the algorithm, right? It's like the
Yes, this is the algorithm that we design, and we combine three small algorithm for my proposed algorithm.
so what's actually what is the difference? I mean, like when you combine, so it's like smarter, smoother, or something.
Yes, and the first is we need to find the shortest path. You know, when we going, we always choose the shortest path for going. The second is we have to avoid the obstacle. Yes, and the last is we have to create the curve, not a Saturn, because the car life not cannot go in the sharp turn. It's go like a circle or a curve like this, and we combine this for my algorithm.
Okay, that
Yes,
sounds interesting. Thank you
yes,
very much.
Yeah. So I have another question. It's my curiosity. If
Yes.
the path here from start to the goal, and it reach into intersection, they need to think whether to take turn right or turn left. How they decided? They choose the shortest way
uh, um, as
from the
you,
algorithm.
yes, as the my algorithm, you can see the genetic algorithm. You can see that.
Yeah.
The first is the population. The
Mm.
population have lots of individual. It's called chromosome, and one chromosome is go from the star to the north, star north to the girl north.
Mm.
Um, because it's randomly go from star to the goal, and we have a lot of part in in initial. So we go. It calculates the success, and uh, generates a success, but it's not thinking for turn left or turn right. It's calculate the initial chromosome, and it calculate if it success, it will choose this right, not thinking right. You know. Do you understand me?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, okay.
Thank you for the explanation. It's very good.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the next group,
Okay, thank you. I will stop. Stay.
yes, thank you very much. The group number 24, synchronization, PD control with time delay estimation for the DOF parallel robot.
Hello everyone. I'm Inuman. Today I'm presenting topic synchronization BD control with time delay estimation for those parallel robots with advisor John Đức Thiện and other member Nguyễn Xuân Trà. The content topic consists Sitbas no one's introduction to the product parallel robots. 3. The synchronization BD control with time delay estimation. Number 4. Simulation result. And 5. Experimental result. 6. Conclusion. There was in introduction. There are many jobs in industries like manufacturing, agriculture, entertainment, which require pouring monotonous was that also require a lot of variation. In just situation, robots are better suited than humans because they are precise, intelligent, and don't get bored like humans. They are also last by and underwater exploration that are very dangerous and unsafe for humans. The onshore robots are the best fit because they never get tired and there is no chance of robots getting killed. Robotic application, industrial application, domestic chores, military assistance, medical and healthcare, spy, agriculture. Serial robots have many advantages such as last watch by and easy to control. Besides, many studies related to the disadvantage of serial robots are given low accuracy, low level of stiffness, small low carrying volume, working performance is not high, slow working speed. For each of the problem, the researchers come up with parallel robots. It shows the disadvantage of serial robots. Uh, there are many types of parallel robots. In this study, we focus on the first parallel robots is developed by on dental robot to show the structural kinematic. This study presents the synchronization BD control with time delay estimation for the Forest parallel manipulator. The study provides high accuracy, robustness against uncertainty, reduce tracking and synchronization errors. The operation contain the Forest parallel robust synchronization BD control with time delay estimation FBD-TD. The simulation and experiment result. That's next to the Forest parallel robot. The Forest parallel robot is composed of 4 identical kinematic classes which carry the articulated moving platform. Each of the 4 kinematic classes is executed from the base by revolution model located SP. So as figure once the real models Forest parallel robot has two and have two consecutive body, upper arm, lower arm, being with each other as a there's 2 versions of the Forest parallel robot. Number 1 with a rigid non-articulated moving platform, thus leading to a redundant parallel robot with 3 translation degrees for freedom of the DNA vector, and the other with an articulated moving platform that allows supplemented rotation of the DNA vector route DSC. This research focus only the parallel robots with an articulate moving platform called platform, so as figure 2. Next, the dynamics of the Forest parallel robots. The dynamics equation of parallel robots is given by so as equation 1. Introductions the positive constant diagonal matrix M. The dynamics equation 1 can be rewritten as follows. Equation 2, where and consists of unknown dynamics and uncertainty. The error definition in the synchronization control. The checking errors is defined as follows. Equation for the synchronization errors can be defined as equation 5. To make both the checking errors of each chance and the synchronization errors among the chance converge to 0. The scoring error is given as follows. Number 6. With time delay estimation, assuming that n is bitwise continuous for sufficiently small time L, the values of ns time t may be close to that of ns time t minus L. The time delay estimation of s is given. Equation 9. The time delay estimation is used to estimate uncertainty, unknown parameter, and determinant of the robot's dynamics. After that is the block diagram of the synchronization BD controller with time delay estimation. The law control of FBD-TD is so as equation 12. That's figure 4. The block diagram of the simulation. The simulation on MATLAB software sometimes the approximation method is run the tutor commands used for nonlinear system, simulates BID, SBID, and FBD TD controller. For simulation result, besides trajectory checking, the simulation trajectory follows the following equation. Trajectory circle and the parameter of the controller as shown below. The result is graph set signal and response of John 1, John 2, John 3, John 4. The checking errors of John, the synchronous errors of the ST John, the videos of the simulation is shown below. Next, experimental result. The system experiments. The speedy controller are implemented to control the Fordos parallel robot showing figure 1. The system experiment is showing figure 5. The Fordos parallel robot is maximum payload of 5 kg and the maximum continuous torque touches 3.8 Newton-meter for each John. The parameter of robot dynamics were assumed to be unknown and thus were not used to test advanced control. The manipulator as operation is divided into two case study, case study 1, case study 2. The videos of experiments are below. Finally, the study introduction advanced controller for racing constantly in Fordos parallel robots. The advanced controller helps the Fordos parallel robots to improve the following problem: minimize checking and synchronous errors, high accuracy checking performance, avoiding influence from the lumps uncertainty, including friction, torque, and variable payloads, whose operation at high frequency. Thank you for listening, for watching.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Anyone has any question?
Um, Congratulations for this group. It's impressive looking at your works and your experiment is working. It shows it's very smooth experiment. But I have a question. You presented that there are two cases, right? The first one is without load, and then the second one is with 5 kilograms load, right? Or 4 kilogram. What is actually the output for the case number 2? Yeah, without load is like very nice smooth circle, right? So what happened when you put up 4 kilograms of load?
um, uh,
Case number 2.
uh, in experimental the model robots, the real model robots only carries the 4 kilo robots maximum weight loss of 5 kilo uh, and not you in real models as will we use experiments maximum weight loss of 5 kilo in future.
So is for future works or is it already done? The 4 kilogram, the case number 2, is it for the future or is you already did the experiment? Anyway, it's very good presentation. It's okay. If you cannot answer the question, it's okay. I think that's all from me.
Thank you, Doctor. Yes, it's another complicated project. Okay, but I have a question. Will this project be applied in other applications besides the industry?
Yes.
Can you give some example?
It's you stabilize the supplemental. It's your the broadest classical. Which has big and accuracy. We have some products in Omron, dental robot, watch robot.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of examples. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me ask another question. Why is 4 kilograms? Why not 3 or 2? I just wonder. Is there any like specific about 4?
Được nghỉ lửa.
We are experimental in study.
Tác mà.
Yeah. Okay. That's. Thank you very much. You did a good job. And your project is like looks good for me. Actually, I'm not. I'm not like my best background is not in robot, but it looks so good. Thank you. And the next group. Please share the screen. The number 25, right?
Sorry, I will say again. Yeah. Hi everyone, professor and everyone in this meeting room. My name is Kyo, and I'm here to present our research on the acceleration of 3D output using non-reflectcon device. Our research being supervised by PhD Chen Đức Thiện, and the member of our team include Kim, Dat, Duy, An, and me. The content in this presentation, I will provide an overview of the content and presentation outline, which includes this session as a rationale of calibration system overview, method proposed, step to build a calibration system, evaluation system, conclusion, and future work. In session 1, include 2 subsessions, hardware simulation and hardware experiment. First, the rationale of calibration system. In the health industry, calibration control of surgical robotics has become increasingly important. It's the trend saving time, traveling costs, and most important, providing treatment for many patients. Let me give you an example. Dr. A performed surgery for patient B in Vietnam. and after a short rest, he can continue to perform another surgery in different countries through assistance of television robotic system. The example television surgery system. In the space exploration, television robotic system is essential since it's a new territory that humans cannot directly explore, and we use robots to replace this task. And this ensures the safety and health of the research during space exploration. The example television space
Chứ mà gặp cái hội nghị vui
system.
thôi, kiểu mà tiếng Anh mình về mình nói người câu hỏi mình mấy khi mình tôi biết mình biết tiếng đặt tiếng Anh sao mà khi mình tiếng Anh còn
In
về.
the overview of television system for 3D have two elements, the single master and single slave. In the master, the unquantified block
Thực ra bọn tao cũng biết hết tên hết rồi.
by the user to read motion trajectory for the slave robot. Laptop block to responsible receive data from the haptic device block through the child body library built to support communication with the haptic device via USB port. ZigBee wireless network is responsible for communication between the master and the slave. In the slave, the ATMEGA through 560 block is responsible for receiving a set voice signal from the master, then processing the control algorithm and generating to pull to control driver step. Driver step block is responsible for controlling the 3D robot. In the slave structure, slave structure have a 3-step motor. Step motor 1, 2, and 3. It have a 3 ATM, 332D, 2V encoder. Encoder have 400 pulse per resolution. In the encoder 1, 2, 3. Step motor driver to control step motor and power supply 12 volt DC. In the because master and the slave workspace is different due to their kinematic and dimension. We propose the rate control mapping. Is the method the display of the master device to multiple several times by the constant, then mapped it to the slave's working area according to the formula below. The equation number 1, where PE is the precision of the an effector in 3D robot. pH is the precision of the cursor in the Falcon device through a haptic device frame. PW is an offset of mapping position, and K is a parameter coefficient of scaling. The step to build a calibration system have 3 steps. Step 1 to define the entire master and slave workspace. Step 2 select the desired slave workspace area. Step 3 to calculate the appropriate mapping parameter. First, step 1, beyond the mechanical structure, the limits of the angle of each joint of the Falcon device are determined. Equation number 2. Theta angle 1, 2, 3 belong to the range of minus 45 to 40 workspace of Falcon device. In the structure, medical structure, the limitation angle of each joint of the 3D robot, we are determined at the angle limitation in the equation 3. digital workspace of 3DOF robot. And step 2, we select desired workspace area. Desired, we can see indeed feature 10, digital desired workspace. Workspace function defined beside we choose design workspace area inside equation number 5. Digital area we designed in function defined to control 3DOF robot. Not the space we choose the function defined may be outside the working area indeed here because function defined is responsible for generating set point signal. So we only send points that are within the workspace of the slave robot. Step 3, to calculate the appropriate mapping parameter. The parameter in the formula are determined based on the workspace of the 3DOF robot and function device. The visual working position parameter at the center of desired workspace in slave. We have equation number 6. Based on the size to the desired workspace, we choose the scale parameter as the following number equation 7. Calculate the parameter based on the selected workspace size in the feature 10 and feature 11. Based on the size parameter of desired workspace at the former 6 and 7 for the hardware simulation experiment. Is the parameter we are choose to calculate it. Next, in the hardware simulation. In the hardware simulation, we have a master and the slave, 2 laptops. The 3DOF robot was designed on a SolidWorks software and control to the 3DOF robot on simulation using a SimPad multibody on the MATLAB software. To verify the correctness, we collect the data on the trajectory of function defined, the set point signal of the 3DOF after the mapping algorithm, and final and effector position of the robot at each time related to assist system or during coordinates. In the video simulation acceleration system or Simulink, you can see user to control function defined have a motion trajectory up, down, left, right. Yeah, here data sent. The hardware experiment, I will show video. The robots in experiment, the function device, the chart, graphic user interface. You can see set point signal, feedback signal, arrow. Yeah, I control the circle slowly because 3DOF not move rapid. Yeah, up and down. Yeah, to collect data and evaluate the result. You can see the feature for you have a motion of the function device it here, and the motion of the 3DOF robot it here. And after the applied rate control algorithm, you can see the motion of the 3DOF and after mapping algorithm in feature 15. I collect data and evaluate the result. Did the response of the 3DOF remote assist S, assist Y, and assist Z. Is an error. And conclusion, evaluate the successful applied rate control algorithm to control the robot area traffic. Do a acceleration system to remote control the robot using ZigBee wireless communication, accelerated, collected, and evaluated data on the response of the 3D output through calibration control system. And the future work have a better and smoother robot control, reduce system delay, and implement force feedback control for an accurate and interactive remote control robot system. And thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Any question?
Congratulations for this group for the presentation. I think this also a good project.
Yeah, thank you.
There's a lot of potential, especially in space exploration, or probably in what we call it in the health industry also need have this technology. However, I have a question. You're talking about the delay from the master to slave, right? There's some delay. But based on your experiments, how far the delay from the real time?
I don't
you don't
collect the time through experiment. I collect the data of the set point or feedback signal. I will make it for the long time. Yeah, I forgot to collect time of the delay in acceleration system. Yeah, you delay in acceleration system have many stands. I will research in the paper, and we can make it in the future. Yeah.
Sure. That's all from me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Yeah.
Can I ask? I have a question. In this slide, the movement of the you call that the control, right? The white thing for page slide 15.
15.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Is there any difference if you move faster?
Yeah.
I mean, move the controller faster, because I in this video you move slowly. Yes, slowly. I don't know the rate of the movement is affect the accuracy, or that is there any effect?
Why I control slowly, not rapid? Because 3D robot I design not work in the rapid. Yeah, because the stack motor not effect rapid. I generate points to control. It have many points and delay time to generate points. It's the reason I cannot control fan quantify to rabbit. I will make the rabbit when I replace the step motor, but another motor with AC motor, AC driver. It are controlled by AC driver. It's have a rapid than step motor. Yeah, I am practice in the AC driver to another model. It's that using acceleration system to another robot. It's rapid than 3D algorithm. Yeah. It depends on the controller by the robot and actuator ear motor in robot. It's a rabbit. I will control Fanconi Wise rabbit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So thank you very much for your presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, your passion. Yeah.
Next group, number 26.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I will share my screen right now. Hello everyone, my name is Thuy. I'm from Ho Chi Minh City University of Technology and Education, Vietnam. Today I'm very happy to stay here at the second RAVTE Student Innovation Award. And so today I want to present our topic. And the topic is parameter estimation of 6-duet manipulator using the square method. My team includes 3 members. The first member is me, Thuy. The second member is Ngọc Thiện. And the final member is Hải Ninh. And before presenting, I would like to say thanks to our advisor, BIT Đức Hiện Trần, who gave us lots of advice and we can do the research in the best way. So let's get started, the content. The content of my presentation is divided into 6 parts. The first is about durational. The second is purpose of the study. The third is implementation process. And the next is research method and identification schemes. Result and evaluation, conclusion and practical evaluation. Now let's get started with the first part, durational. Contemporary application of robot arms such as laser cutting or multi-robot collaboration puts robots forward to perform tasks faster, more accurately, and efficiently. These requirements can be satisfied by using advanced control algorithms based on torque inputs such as computer torque controller, adaptive robot controller, with need accurate knowledge of dynamic model. There are 3 main methods to estimate dynamic parameter of system. They are physical experiment, computer-aided design, and identification algorithm. Unlike physical experiments and computer-aided design, which are complicated, dreary, and inaccurate, the identification algorithm was found as an efficient technique to obtain dynamic parameter. Therein, PLS method is commonly used because of its simplicity and effectiveness. Objective or the aims of our study that we can design the 3D model of 6-duet control based on a real model, calculate and verify kinematics and dynamic of the robots, regroup standard parameter by means of linear relations, use VD controller to control the system and collect data, and identify dynamic parameter by using LS method. And finally, we're eager to evaluate an estimated dynamic parameter. And this is our dynamic parameter identification process that we propose you to use to obtain a good result. But in the presentation, I just discussed about 6 main steps to apply a proposed method. Let's go to the first step, design a 3D model by SolidWorks and export it to MATLAB Simscape multibody. In the first step, our team designed several parts of the robot, including the base and stick link. This is the base, link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4, link 5, and effector. After that, assemble all parts together to complete 3D model, as you can see in the figure 4. After completing 3D model, we have to export it to MATLAB SimScape. The block diagram of the program is shown as the figure 5. And let's take a look at the figure 6. This is an overview of the step 1. Now, move to the step 2. Calculate and verify kinematic in simulation. Figure 7 describes the coordinate frame of the 6 direct robots. After calculate the kinematics, we need to verify the kinematic, and the block diagram in figure 8 describe our process. We put a circle with radius is 100 millimeter as trajectory, and let's take a look on the right-hand side. We have a video to show you the output of the SimScape model to demonstrate the correctness of kinematics. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Step 3, calculate and verify dynamic in simulation. Firstly, we need to calculate dynamics. The dynamic model of the matrix body can be derived using Lagrange Euler formulation. The mathematical model is given by equation 1, with the definition is shown as below. After calculate dynamic, we have to verify dynamic, and the simulation process was conducted in MATLAB 2019A version with the fixed step size is 0.01 second in simulation time 30 seconds, and the figure 9 it describes the validation, the mathematical model scheme. In the figure 10, you can see the outward responses of rotational angle position, or you can see the error between SimScape model and dynamic model in figure 1. In figure 11, you can see that the error between them is very small. Let's move to the step 4. We group dynamic equation to general linear matrix. The inverse dynamic model, after calculate, can be regrouped to the general linear matrix, like equation 2, where W is observer matrix and X is the dynamic parameter vector consisting of 12 minimum parameter of each link. It includes the components of inertial matrix, are the eccentric position and the mass of each link. Step 5, use controller to control the system and collect data. After regrouping the inverse dynamic model to equation 2, we have to move to the step 5 to collect data. Figure 5 is described the data acquisition scheme, where draft is sine function with discretion amplitude and increasing frequency with time t denoted by yd, like equation 4 ish, and with the parameter of PD controller was chosen was below. Step 6, apply least square method. After returning 1, 2, 3 and collecting data, least square method was applied to estimate the dynamic parameters by the solution given below, like equation 6, where x hat is the estimate parameter, y hat is the related torque vector. Now let's take a look at data acquisition and identification scheme in figure 12. We move to part 5, result and evaluation, with 12 parameters for each link. We have 84 elements in the estimated parameter vector. Using relative standard deviation to evaluate each element in vector, we have the table 1. The table 1 shows that the standard deviation of the value of each parameter is very small, which proves the quality of least square method in estimating the model parameter meets requirements. And after obtaining X hat, the estimated model can be evaluated by using RMSE. Now let's take a look at the table 2. The RMSE value of a choice is very small, which proves that we estimate the dynamic parameter successfully. Okay, we go to the final part of this presentation. Okay, about the conclusion, as you see in the screen, are about purpose that we list on the second part is did, and we talk about practical evaluation. Our team giving a detailed process of 80 estimation dynamic parameter, and our team using LS method and estimated dynamic parameter for a 6DOF manipulator successfully. And the estimated model can be used to apply event control algorithms. And my presentation is end here. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any question?
Yes, thank you so much for the presentation. Based on my understanding, the research, the paper that you propose is actually to estimate the parameter for the
Yes.
right? The 6DOF manipulator, right?
Yes.
Right. So this one is based on the simulation, and then you compare with the real. Is it you compare the parameter with the real one based on the
No,
simulation?
our study that we conducted just in simulation.
But you haven't compared with the real application. I mean,
Yes, it is my future works. Yeah.
So I think that's all from question. Because this is based on the simulation, right? So I can see all the data there. So it's well explained. Yeah. And I understand the feature of this innovation. Yeah. You, doctor, probably you have a question.
Thank you. And I have a question. Actually, I saw like 3 DOF, 4, and now it's 6. How many it can go? Like, if like, what is the difference? Can you explain? Because I don't have any idea about 3 DOF, 4 or 6.
You mean that what is the difference between a sixth or third order and sixth order, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's the amount of number in the dynamic equation. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. The higher number, the harder to deal with.
Can you repeat your question?
I mean the higher DOF, the harder to deal with.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Oh, nice. So and the why you use the least square method?
Because I think it's the basic and the simpliness and effectiveness for students. Yeah.
Oh,
It seems, I think it is simplest in some identification algorithms. So I chose it, and it works.
okay. Yes, it's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next group, number 27.